are talking about fall holidays today in art class, and so I am going to teach my first graders how to draw a pumpkin. We have these great little pumpkins that we're going to use as a model for a still life drawing. That means it's something that doesn't move, and we can look at it with our eyes, and we can study it carefully and make sure that we're drawing it exactly right. Now, we're using black construction paper to draw our still life today, which is cool because we're also using oil pastels, and oil pastels show up nice and bright even on black paper. Now, I am going to use a lighter color to sketch with, and I would recommend you do the same thing so that way you can see it. Now, what shape would you say a pumpkin is?
Circle.
Okay, is it a circle or is it flattened a little bit?
It's a little bit. A little bit.
Could it be more like an oval?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say a pumpkin is more like an oval whenever I look at it from the side. So I'm going to start by sketching a nice big oval. Now, to have good composition, we want to draw a nice big pumpkin that fills our space. We don't want a teeny tiny pumpkin. We won't be able to get any details. All right, now one of the most important things you see on a pumpkin are these lines that go up and down it. And if you draw those lines, it makes it look like a pumpkin and not an orange. So I'm going to show you a trick for drawing those lines. If we put a little dot at the top and at the bottom, and then we curve a line from here to here, it's going to start to look like our pumpkin has a little bit of roundness and depth. So we keep going around like this, kind of like a banana. You guys see how that is on one side? Now on the other side, we're going to go the opposite direction. So in the middle, it kind of looks like a football. You see that? All right, now there's one other thing you might notice when you look at a pumpkin. See, mine is kind of perfectly round still, but a real pumpkin doesn't look like that. It has little bumps at the top. You guys see that? Okay, so here's kind of how you can put those bumps in. At the top, where your lines meet, and at the bottom too, go ahead and curl those around, and it'll look a little bit more realistic.
Like a pumpkin?
Like a pumpkin, yeah. All right, I'm going to do the same thing here on the top side. Okay. Whoop, sorry, I messed up there. That's okay. See, because with pastels, even if you make a mistake, you can color again right on top. All right, now I have a little stem on top, don't I? Is it just a stick like this? No, it is. It kind of curves a little bit, doesn't it? So that's what I'm going to draw, my curving stem like that. And I also have some leaves along the bottom. And I'm just going to break those down into some basic shapes. They kind of come out like this. Kind of a star shape that sticks out all over the bottom. Okay, we also have veins and kind of ridges and stuff on the leaves, and we'll add some more of that stuff in just a minute. Okay, so this is my basic sketch. It's not finished yet. I still have to color it, but this gives us a place to start. Now, what color is that pumpkin?
Orange.
Just orange?
No.
Orange and green.
Orange and green, what else?
Yellow.
Huh?
Black.
Okay, good. You can see all kinds of colors. I see orange, I see yellow, I see brown, I see some reds, I see even whites when the light hits it on the highlight part. Okay, so I can look at those, and I'm going to start by coloring in a section that's orange because that is a good way to start. But I'm not finished right there. That doesn't look done. Here's some cool stuff that you can add. Whenever the light hits the top of a pumpkin, sometimes you get a highlight. So you can add a little white along the top. You also probably see a lot of yellow in there, so you can mix some yellow in with your orange right there. All right, often there's a shadow on the bottom side where the pumpkin has kind of rolled around, and so the light is on the shadow. So you can add a little bit of, whoop, if I can get my brown, you could add a little bit of brown at the bottom. Okay, you could even try a little black if you want to, and sometimes you see some red in there too. So do you see how many colors I'm using on that one little section? All right, that's not just orange, that's a lot of different colors, and boy, do those blend together nicely. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Now, if I take that and I do it to the whole pumpkin, I'm going to end up with something that looks like this. You guys see that? It looks like there's highlights at the top, shadows at the bottom, and it has some curvature with those lines. All right, you can also see that on these leaves I added a little bit more of the detail that we see. The pumpkin I used When I drew this one had green leaves, so it was a little bit different than this one. You can see the veins in the leaves, and you can even draw the shadows down below with a dark pastel. Okay? So that is a quick demo for how to draw a pumpkin, and I'm so excited to see what you guys are going to come up with.